भारत माता की, भारत माता की, भारत माता की. The State General Secretary, Shri Krishna Kumar ji, the State Vice President, Sadanand Master ji, M.S. Sampurna ji, the State Vice President, P.P. Sindhumal ji, the State Secretary, V.V. Rajan ji, the State Secretary, Praful Krishna ji, State President Yuva Morcha, Advocate Nivedita, State President Mahila Morcha, Mandal President Prasad. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure to be here with you today. In our country, in our history, we have faced many ups and downs. We have seen many political parties, and we have gone through in the past 70 years since independence. Our country has gone through huge changes. Initially, for about 70 years, our country was ruled by a party, the Congress Party, who used to talk about secularism, but actually, under the flag of secularism, they used to do vote bank politics. They were actually doing communal politics under the garb of secularism. In Kerala, you are having the same thing. You have the Congress Party and the Communist Party. All of them talking about secularism, but actually doing communal politics, actually doing vote bank politics. But the people of our country are not blind. We are not fools. When other people do communal politics for years and years, we started revolting. The rise of the BJP is as a result of that revolt, because we said that communal politics will not work any longer. We called them out. We called out these parties, these fraud parties who talk about being secular but are actually doing communal politics. We started calling them out, and then they started calling us communal. All that we are saying is that you cannot do politics on the basis of vote banks. That is what they are still doing here. And as a result of this vote bank politics, they are killing people who are opposing them. Yesterday, we lost one worker. We lost Nanduji, who was murdered by these communal forces. I would request you to stand up and observe 1 minute silence in the memory of Nandu, who was killed by all these communal forces. Thank you. Bharat Mata ki! Ever since BJP, our party started speaking out, they have realized, these people who are doing communal politics, that this will not work. And those who have kept silent also have a vote. You have a vote, we have a vote. And they cannot trample on our rights any longer. That is why now suddenly they have started thinking about Sabarimala. Otherwise they were ignoring it all along. But even while thinking about Sabarimala, they are still doing communal politics. They withdrew cases pertaining to Sabarimala, but that was a cover. Actually, they wanted to withdraw cases against those who were agitating against the Citizenship Amendment Act. That was their real purpose. What do these people think? They think that we are fools. The majority of the people in this country are fools. That's what they think. That's what they have been thinking. And they have been thinking that they can fool us, all through our lives. What is this, this act they were agitating against? the Citizenship Amendment Act? Ask the Congress Party and ask the Communist Party. Why were they agitating against the Citizenship Amendment Act? What was the Citizenship Amendment Act? The Citizenship Amendment Act was an act to give citizenship to those who had been prosecuted in Pakistan and who were driven away from Pakistan. Imagine, minorities in Pakistan, that is the Hindus, they were prosecuted there and they were driven away from there. When they came to India, where they thought that they will get citizenship, they had not been given citizenship. It was our government, the BJP government, which passed this law, the Citizenship Amendment Act, and these people were opposing that law. These are the people, they need to be unmasked and they will be unmasked. All that these people have been doing, the Congress and the Communists have been dividing us in under various guises, coming to power and making money. They have only been indulging in corruption and they have not actually developed the state. Kerala is falling behind every year because of these parties. These parties think of only themselves and making money. Well, this gentleman here, Mr. Vijay, who is ruling the coalition government here, in his own office, his own secretary and his own staff were involved in gold smuggling. And it is not even, he is not even ashamed, and people are not even ashamed. They are brazen. All this gold smuggling which is going on rampantly in their office. What is their defense, I ask you? It is shameful. One of our ministers goes to America and sells off thousands of square kilometers of fishing rights to Americans. Where will our fishermen go? This gentleman, Rahul Gandhi, he goes to the sea and he shows himself that he has solidarity with the fishermen. And that gentleman does not even know that whether there is a Ministry of Fisheries in this country or not. He is not even aware of that. And here this government, it is selling off thousands of square kilometers of fishing rights to foreigners, not thinking about our own fishermen. Why should foreigners come and do fishing here? Why can't our own fishermen go and do fishing there? And when there was an outcry, now they are trying to cancel the contract. Again, without apologizing to the people, without apologizing to us. These people need to be unmasked and thrown away from office. I mean, this government is corrupt, everybody knows that. But don't forget, the Congress government was also corrupt. You remember the solar scandal? Don't make the mistake of thinking that if you vote them away and vote the Congress party, you will be rid of corruption. They are both corrupt. The Congress party, of course, I mean, it indulged in 3G, 4G, the coal scam, all types of scams were there in the national government. And there were scams here also. There was a solar scam. You remember that? Don't forget that. The Congress party and the Communist party, both of them are steeped in corruption. And they have done nothing except make money. Thousands and thousands of crores. These people have really stopped the entire development process in Kerala. For decades now, no industry has come to Kerala. Those industries which had come here, they are running away because of these communists. And because no industries are coming, therefore no jobs are being created. Where will the young people of Kerala go, tell me? They have to go outside the state to get jobs. They have to go to Maharashtra, they have to go to Delhi, they have to go to Mumbai, they have to go to Gujarat, they have to go to Chennai looking for jobs because industries are coming there. Why are industries not coming here? Because of their policies. They are just not bothered about development. Tell me any major industry which has come to Kerala in the past 5 years. One industry, even one. Where will the jobs come from? The only jobs which are available, the few jobs, are being taken away by the party people of the Communist Party. They are giving jobs through the back door to their own kith and kin under the guise of temporary jobs. and later on they regularize them, and then after that they sort of make them regular and permanent. Even though people who are selected through the Service Commission, people who are selected transparently, they are not given jobs. Are the young people not agitating in Thiruvananthapuram? There is a job scandal going on in Kerala. There are very few jobs, and all those jobs are being given by these people in government to their own kith and kin. While people who have passed PSC, they have not been given appointment. Those who are in the merit list have not been given appointment. This government is so incompetent that it has not even been able to handle COVID. Now there are only 2 states in the country where COVID is still flourishing, where COVID is still growing. One is Maharashtra and the other is Kerala. Can you ask them this? Can you ask this government to explain why they have not been able to control COVID when in every other part of the country COVID has been controlled? What is the reason for their incompetence? You should ask them that. They thought that this will come and go away by itself without making any arrangements. I think it is high time that they woke up and started taking steps to control COVID. Because of this, Kerala has had to be locked down again and again. Yeah, our government, right from the beginning, was very alert about COVID. We locked down in time. We arranged for isolation wards on time. We arranged for vaccination on time. But the state government just doesn't seem to be able to do anything. And most of all the development work which you see has been done by the BJP government in the center. When our government came to power in 2014, this country was deficit in power. We added 1,39,000 megawatts of generation capacity and made our country surplus in power. We connected the whole country to one grid, and we expanded the power transfer capacity from 33,000 megawatts to 1 lakh megawatts from one part of the country to another. And we connected every village and every home. We connected 2,81 lakhs homes in the country, out of which we connected 3.19 lakh homes in Kerala. We gave the money for that. We gave the state government 15,000 crores to strengthen the distribution capacity in Kerala. And the ability, we added capacity to transfer 1 lakh megawatt from one part of the country to another. And out of that, we added capacity to transfer 3,300 megawatts to Kerala from the rest of the country, so that Kerala had sufficient power. And now even that is not sufficient because your demand is growing. And because you need more power from other parts of the country, we have added one more line, the most modern line, to transfer 2,000 megawatts more to this state from the other parts of the country, from the eastern part of the country. The Raichur-Pugalur-Thrissur line was dedicated by the Prime Minister to Kerala on the 19th. So we are now put in place capability to transfer 2,000 megawatts more to Kerala. But the problem is that the Kerala government has not built up the system to receive it. They can only receive 1,000 megawatts. So you will have a problem. And that is because of the inefficiency of the state government. And this is despite the fact that we gave the Kerala government 1,500 crores to strengthen their system. They have not been able to do that. It is our government which is giving houses to the poor under the PM Awas Yojana. And we are giving 1.25 lakhs per house throughout the country. We have constructed 1 crore 20 lakh houses throughout the country already. Now we are giving that money to Kerala also. Here the Kerala government, the communist government, takes the money from the central government and says that this is my scheme, where the money is coming from the government of India. The money is from the government of India. The money is coming from Prime Minister Narendra Modi. and this fellow is not acknowledging it. We are constructing houses for every poor family in the country. Every poor family will give them a pakka house by 2022. We have connected all the houses of the poor people throughout the country. As I told you, we connected 2 crore 81 lakh houses, and we are giving a gas connection to every family in this country. We have already given under our Ujjwala program gas connections to every family in this country, including in Kerala. Our government is for the poor, and our government also puts the country first. It is our government who taught Pakistan a lesson twice, and after that Pakistan has not had the courage to include and carry out attacks in our country again, after we carried out the surgical strikes. And it is our government which gave China a bloody nose when it tried to intrude into Galwan. When they entered into our territory in one area, we entered into their side of the area on the other side, so that they were forced to pull back. It is our government who has told everybody that if you hit us, we'll hit you back, and we'll hit you back harder. And this message has gone to all those enemies and potential enemies. Our government puts our country first, our defense first, and our government puts the poor first. It is our government who stands by the people and for the interests of the people. And it is our government which is a clean government. Not these people. These people have only known, the Congress party and the CPI, CPM, the communists are only known for corruption and for looting the people. And that is why educated people who put the country first, people who have done something, they preferred the BJP. I was the Home Secretary of the country. When I decided to enter politics after retirement, I decided to choose BJP because the BJP put the country first. Along with me, General V.K. Singh, he was the army chief for the country. When he decided to join politics, he decided to join the BJP. Mr. Sridharan here, who built the Konkan Railway and the metro, when he decided to join politics, he decided to join the BJP. The then police commissioner of Mumbai, when Satyapal Singh, when he decided to join politics, he decided to join the BJP. Educated people who put the country first, put BJP first and join the BJP, and they don't join CPM and the communists and the Congress. All those who put the country first are with the BJP, and we are there because we love our country. Why are we there? Because we love Bharat Mata. बोलिए भारत माता की, भारत माता की, भारत माता की जय। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।